Welcome back to The Joy of Vinyl. I'm Rick Coste. This channel is all about learning, so today we are going to learn about record players and turntables. So what's the difference between the two? I have no idea, to be honest. No, I'm just kidding. I do know. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Let's check it out. My parents bought me my first record player when I was 5. It played 45s and it was red, and I can still picture it today. It was called a close and play, and it had a plastic lid and a handle so you could carry it around like a little suitcase. The speaker was housed in the lid, and the plastic platter inside was yellow, and a steel needle, can you imagine a steel needle, was built into the inner lid, so you had to close it and hit the on button. My first records were Waltzing Matilda and Blow the Man Down. Now, that little turntable kicked off my fascination with records. I've owned many turntables since then, and my current one is a custom setup from the good folks at U-Turn Audio in Woburn, Massachusetts. Woburn is about 45 minutes away from the town I grew up in. It's a small US-based company, and I have a feeling that they'll be around for a while. At least that's my wish. Did you notice I switched terms? I went from record player to turntable. If you didn't, that's okay. Many consider the terms interchangeable, but that's what we're going to talk about today. What differentiates a record player from a turntable? We'll start with the record player. A record player, of course, plays records. I know, stating the obvious, but the thing is, when you buy a record player, you won't need to buy anything else, except for records, of course. A record player is all-encompassing. With one unit, you have the plinth, also known as the deck, the platter, the tone arm, and the cartridge. The speakers are also built into it. You can basically take it out of the box, plug it in, and spin your first record. What you can't do with a record player, typically, is perform upgrades. It's not meant to be upgraded. It's also not meant to satisfy the listening needs of, say, audiophiles. What record players are meant for is convenience and the casual listener. They're often inexpensive, and they come in many shapes and sizes. The ingenuity behind some of the designs is actually pretty impressive. The Crossley company is famous for this all-in-one solution. Some models include a radio and even a CD player. The thing is, all of those mechanisms thrown into one unit might check off the convenience factor, but they do so at the cost of sound. Not so with a standalone turntable. So, what is a turntable? A turntable, at its most basic, will provide 4 things: a plinth, platter, tone arm, and cartridge. It may be a direct drive model or a belt-driven model. A good turntable will allow for some upgrades, some minor and some even major. I would consider a major upgrade to be something like a new cartridge. A lower-end or budget turntable will also allow for a stylus change, at the very least. Once you move out of the beginner models, most turntables will also allow you to adjust the tracking force and the alignment. A turntable might also include a built-in preamp, and that's to boost the signal once it travels down the tone arm from the stylus. An external preamp solution is required if it's not built in, since the signal produced is extremely low. A preamp will boost the low-level signal to the line level. It will also allow for equalization that aligns with the RIAA standard, and RIAA stands for Recording Industry Association of America. Anyways, turntable owners will also need speakers. These can range from the bookshelf variety to the large floor models, and will either be connected to the turntable or preamp by RCA cables or to an amplifier/receiver component. Now, if an amp receiver isn't part of the setup, the speakers will need to be of the powered or active variety, which means you have to plug them in. Now, if you're new to the world of vinyl, this might all sound a bit overwhelming, but it's not, really. A vinyl experience centered around a turntable allows for more control. You can start with a set of powered bookshelf speakers like those from Edifier and upgrade later. With turntables, you can mix and match, you can swap things out, and you can cater your sound over time. With a record player, you can't really do that. You might be able to add external speakers depending on the brand and model, but boosting a mediocre sound might be a bit harder on the ears than you'd like. So what should you buy? Well, I'll never tell someone what they should do. Every situation is different, as is every budget. Record players offer a convenience factor that will come at the price of the sound produced. Doesn't always mean it's bad. Record player owners won't have to worry about purchasing extra components or upgrades, nor are they meant to. On the other hand, turntables offer the most flexibility and are more often than not the preferred choice of audio enthusiasts. I love to research what a new component upgrade might offer, but I also weigh it against the cost. But I enjoy doing that. I like having the freedom and the control to do so. So what's my advice? Go with the solution that's right for you. Go with the one that's right for your wallet and your entertainment. I hope this all helped, and until next time, enjoy your records.